Hello everyone, Treecks here. Welcome to The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, a linked playthrough, and this is going to be part 22. Last time we actually finished off dungeon number 7, and this episode we're going to get started with dungeon number 8. There's not a whole lot of time in between dungeons this time around. Immediately going to get started with level 8 Sword and Shield dungeon. Why it's actually called like this is something we'll be finding out the moment we find the dungeon map. Don't worry. It is time for us to actually begin. This is definitely the most tricky dungeon of all. It is not saved for last for nothing. Killing Wizropes is not per se the first thing we want to do, so let's head right to get started. Here we find the first puzzle. There's actually a statue over there, but as you can see, closed eye. Guess what we need to do? Our beautiful catapult. Does not get as much use as it should, but here it is definitely used. Hit the statue with an ember seed, and the first key of the dungeon is already ours. This other part of the room we cannot reach, so I can actually skip trying to push all of these blocks and move back to the main room. Ow! Screw you! Oh, here you are. Die, please! More statues with closed eyes. Remember these for later. We'll be checking that out in a minute. First we're gonna go over here. Actually greet our favorite enemies in the game again. I'm never going to defeat these guys without getting hit. That is never going to happen. But anyway, we need to defeat all of them. That is clear. The door will unlock the moment they're all defeated. Next room, more ice. There's a lot of ice in here. I think that is already noticeable. That is one of the trends in this place. This guy's going to get annoying. Because just like with the previous dungeon, we need to defeat this guy with these magnetic balls. There are no pits we can actually throw this guy into, so the ball is going to be required yet again. But actually getting to it might be a bit tricky. Since this guy is not going to leave us alone. So try to avoid him. Try to get the ball free. The moment we are able to reach it, it should actually be good enough. Once again, avoid this stupid idiot. And then... Oh! Ice, hello. Yeah, try to get the ball free from this north corridor. Into the main room. There we go. We have done easier things in this game in order to get keys. So this one is definitely a fun challenge. Most of all, the ice is going to be annoying. So, moving on at least. Luckily in this room we don't have to do a whole lot of things other than just getting through it. Then we will find the first key block. Nothing too special to find here, I guess. Just one Zol. And he does not even drop a heart. So, let's go downstairs. Into the basement floor. And as you can already see here, we actually have a different theming. There's no more ice around here. There's a lot more bright colors in this place. Can you guess what the general theming is going to be? If you actually look at the colors of the walls here, you're not able to really see it in this room yet, but the colors of the walls do actually indicate what is going on here. The first floor was blue, and the basement floor is actually red. What is going to happen here? Oh, there's floor masters here, help. That could have actually surprised me in a very annoying way, but luckily he missed me. But I'm not going to miss you, sir. Oh, there's more of them. That looks like in this room we need to actually stay on our toes. These guys keep on coming. Come on. No end to these guys, not funny. Let's enter the 2D section. By the looks of it, this is going to be pretty difficult. This is going to require some very strict timing. Let's also make sure the keys don't get in our way. And let's see if I can time this correctly. Apparently not. But I've got more health. I've got more chances. First get the keys. And then now. Ow. I don't care. As long as I get through, I don't care that I'm getting hit. I've got plenty of health. And once again, be careful. Give me that heart. And let's go. And then we end up at the other side of the basement floor. Here we do actually get some lava. Making it clear this is indeed supposed to be the fire room. The fire floor, I must say, not room. It's an entire floor, of course. Above is actually an ice floor, and here we have a fire floor. Ice and fire meet. Something that always needs to happen in a video game, of course. When a simple fire theme or a simple ice theme are actually too boring, we actually always mix them up. The Sword and Shield dungeon is another example of that. Let's make that clear. But anyway, getting through here, we're going to meet up with another locked door. That's the reason why we want to go in here with 2 keys. There's also a staircase leading back upstairs here. Help me note, so I always get lost in this place. I need to go upstairs first. Back on the ice floor. Back to slippery controls. Oh, hello. Link is not the only thing sliding around here. Not going to be able to kill you over there, so let's just go. And gotcha. Chest. Compass. Was not expecting the compass actually, was expecting the dungeon map. Come on, get away from me. And I was almost full health again. We can actually scratch the almost. I'm not almost full health anymore. So, now we can actually go to the locked door. Let's try to get some hearts. I'm getting a lot of bombs here, so I think I need to use those in a minute. Going up. And heading left. Because we actually want to go down according to my route planner. Therefore we need to return to this lock. And now take it down. If I remember correctly, this is going to be a puzzle room. We don't want to defeat any of the enemies here. Yeah, and at some point the Armo statue will start moving on its own. I believe that was the trick here. The owl statue is also going to be able to tell you that. But that is supposed to be the trick here. The moment you leave all of the enemies alone, the Armo statue will start moving. If you kill one of the keys here, nothing will happen. You'll actually be stuck. At least until you reset the room. Once you get through there, you can actually get to the first floor over here, and then pick up the dungeon map. Should have been the other way around, I know, but this is the order the game placed them in. Now, this ball over here, we want to push it on that switch we actually see over there. But do be careful, if you let go of the ball above the lava, it will actually drop. We need to reset the room. But once we are able to actually put it on there, a bridge will actually form for later on. Of course, we're not going to be able to reach this part of the room from here, so this is going to be for later on. But it does need to happen. So, next up we want to go to this room to the right over here. First, let's wait for the enemy. He might actually give me a heart, and he does not. Okay. Need to be careful with this guy. Need to make a jump. To make sure he does not hit me. Thank you. More pots, and therefore more stupid bubbles. Yeah, now I'm not able to use my sword anymore. At least for a moment. No hearts. Okay, was not even worth it. Do got one over here. And a gale seed. So, now we are here. We'll be heading towards the right later on. For right now, we first want to check out on the left. Kill the Zols. And then actually get these armors out of the way. Luckily, there's an easy way to kill them nowadays. We'll be checking out this chest in a minute. First, you guys need to go. And once they are gone, push the block. And we will receive the Hyper Slingshot. It shoots 3 seeds at a time. Yeah, the Slingshot was not called level 1 for nothing, so we were kind of expecting an upgrade for that. And this is actually the upgrade for the Slingshot. You might expect an item that's going to be able to shoot further or faster. But no, this is actually a scatter shot. Let's go use the newly formed bridge that we actually made a few moments ago. And actually head downstairs. There's another chest in this room. In fact, yeah, we're going to want to grab it now, because the lock is actually in the next room over here, and that one is going right now, so we're able to grab this chest right away. Thank you. We already knew what it was going to be. The compass was kind enough to already tell us. Next we need to go back to the previous room. Looks like a dead end heading to the right over here, but if we actually take a look over there, we will see a magnetic block over there, so it is indeed not a dead end. This is indeed a pit we're able to cross. Like this. And into the next puzzle room. A lot of pots over here, so a lot of opportunities for some healing. And then we're going to receive the first puzzle, making use of our upgraded Slingshot. As you can see, there are 3 statues over here. We know from the beginning of the dungeon, these we need to hit with our Slingshot. But now there's 3 of them, and we indeed need to hit them all 3 at the same time. So, that is actually going to be the most important use of the Hyper Slingshot. And in this case it will actually form a staircase back to the first floor. Into a room with a lot of cracked blocks. And boom. Let's go over here. I'm pretty sure this is actually where we need to go, so let's go leave these bottom ones alone for now. And this way we're going to be able to reach the chest over there. Let's kill the dark nuts quickly. You. And of course you. Because then we're able to push you. Grab the key. Have another 2 in our inventory. And we can actually move on. Going back downstairs. After checking for some supplies, of course. Bombs, bombs, bombs. I don't expect anything else to be in there, so let's move on, because we've got full bombs again. And let's go make ourselves ready for the mini-boss. According to my list, this room is going to be our next boss fight. And since we're dealing with a lot of ice and fire theming in this dungeon, we can expect the same happening from this boss fight. In video games, they are usually the best of friends. But this is what we're facing. Some sort of fire dude. Being able to defeat him is going to be a bit tricky, because I can already say it's not abundantly clear what we need to do. But first of all, equip your mystery seeds. And second of all, equip your power bracelet. And now for what we need to do. If he's in fire mode, what we need to do is actually hit him with a mystery seed and change him into ice. Because once he's ice, he's going to be able to drop these icicles. And those we can actually use to try to hit him. But of course, we're only able to hit him the moment he's the opposite element, so grab an icicle, wait for him to turn into fire, and then we can actually hit him. Pretty complicated business. Just hit him, or the icicle, with your mystery seeds. Wait until we're actually in the position to hit him, and then throw at him. That is basically how this guy works. A bit difficult to find out, but once you do know what you need to do, not per se really that difficult to actually perform. Wait for him to turn into a fire monster again, and there he goes. That was the final mini-boss, at least in the dungeon, in this game. The Sword and Shield dungeon actually completes our array of mini-boss fights in the Oracle games. Let's return to the entrance. As you may remember, I actually talked about a couple of statues we saw quite near the beginning. Now that we have the Hyper Slingshot, we're going to be able to actually do something with that. As you can see, the left part of the room is going to be blocked by a couple of blocks. But from the right side, we are actually able to reach them. So stand on the upper walkway. Equip any seed that you actually don't care about shooting. Hit all 3 of the statues at once. And the chest will appear. Let's try to get myself to it. Like this. It is going to give us a ring. On our final visit to Vasu, we'll be actually checking out what this is supposed to be. At this moment, I'm actually not too sure enough to tell you guys. Continuing on in this place. The most famous puzzle this place is going to give us is yet to begin. That is going to be the part leading to the boss of this place. This actually looks pretty interesting. There are 7 torches we need to light. 3 of them on the left, 3 of them on the right, and 1 in the center. The puzzle is going to be simple, this is just going to require a lot of speed. Equip our Ember Seeds. In this case, that's the only thing that works. Shoot all of the torches quick enough, because they're not going to be lit for very long. And if we're successful, we're able to return to the top floor. And here we're going to do a fun little ice pushing puzzle. Ice block pushing puzzle. Nothing new in a Zelda game. We've seen plenty of them in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, for instance. This game is also not going to stay behind. What we need to do is actually get all 3 of the ice blocks in the yellow tiles we actually see to the right over there. That is going to be our end goal. Let's see if I'm actually able to do this right. I think I can simply get started by pushing this one to the right. That one's immediately going to be in place. And hopefully I've got enough room to actually work with these other 2. This one needs to go down. That will actually make it go level with the other one. So we're actually able to push it against it. And then actually get this one in like this. And moving this other one in the same way. Should be able to. And... oh, wait. No. I see what I did wrong here. Allow me. Now I see it. Should have realized this sooner. But let's simply try again. This step is correct. And this step too. Oh, stupid ice mechanics. So annoying. But anyway, this is what I did wrong. Push this block up, but not into the yellow tile quite yet. Because that way, this third one can actually be pushed against that other one. And then we'll be able to actually push them both to the right, like this. My apologies for actually screwing this up the first time. Should have been clear, but once we're successful, we get another 2D section. A very annoying one, because once again, it's also going to be slippery down here. Oh. Like I'm showing off here. Oh. Tricky jumping. Oh, I missed the jump. More tricky jumping, therefore. Once again, caution. These platforms may not be slippery, but they do have a conveyor belt on them, so still able to slide off them. And then moving on to the next room. Right, this is simple. Jumping over a couple of thwomps that we are able to do, hopefully. That shouldn't be too difficult. Now, arising again at the other side of the dungeon. Mini Moldorm room. Who drops a fairy. I am pleased. Alright, this switch. This will actually reveal a shortcut for the dungeon, other than the portal from the mini-boss. But as you can see, the room to the left, even though we came from the staircase, from the 2D section, will actually connect to the room to the left over there, on the first floor. And oh yeah, now that we're looking at the map, we can actually also see this place is indeed modeled after a sword and a shield. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I actually forgot to show off the dungeon the moment I got the map. My apologies for that, but we were still able to actually see it now. The first floor is indeed modeled after a shield, and the basement floor after a sword. It's also the reason why this place is so big. But anyway, moving further across the edges of the shield, we actually find ourselves in this room. You see a switch over there hanging over an Entis pit, so we know it's going to be boomerang time again. Our directional boomerang. Heading down south. Another platforming section. We see a switch in the middle. And that's obviously going to be our goal. It is going to be a pressure switch though, so make sure not to destroy all of the pots here, so one of them can actually be pushed onto it. So it will stay pressed. And it will open up the door leading down for us. At least the right one. There's also going to be one on the left, but that one's going to be for later. First we want to kill you. Because that will actually trigger the chest appearing. Officially this is a kill all enemies room, so we first need to go in this part of the room so we can spawn the chest in the other part of the room. Don't forget about this. Then we need to go over here. For this part we need to destroy all enemies. That includes the keys, I'm pretty sure, so... Oh. No. I need to play more Mario games. My platforming sucks. I'm not sure if the switch is going to be required for this part of the room, but might as well actually put it on it. Let's go kill the Pole's voice. Just pushing him into the Entis pit is going to be enough. And then we also still need to take care of the keys that are still flying around here somewhere. And that will open the door. Revealing the chest. Next key. It's going to be the boss key. But that does not mean that we're actually close to finishing this place. Like I explained earlier, the most infamous puzzle of this place is yet to come. And now I think it's actually time for that part. Re-enter at the middle part of the first floor, where we're going to be able to use this key and actually advance towards the final part of this dungeon. Like I explained, the most infamous part of this dungeon. The one I always think of the moment I think of this dungeon. That we're obviously going to be doing next time. One final thing I can still do is actually grab the chest that's going to be behind this wall over here. Because that's going to reveal a key for us. And in order to get it, we actually need to follow this Armos. That's going to reveal a route for us. It's pretty long and therefore not going to be easy to remember. Let's follow him step by step. And then we're going to be able to... Oh, went to the right too early. Okay, let's go pay better attention now. Okay. Up, left, up, all the way. Make sure enemies don't get in your way. And then zigzagging over here for the key. The final thing for today's episode. Next time, we're going to actually check out those 3 crystals we see over there on that altar in order to find the boss door for this place. This puzzle needs to be solved. The final section of this dungeon, the middle section on both the sword and the shield, are going to be for this very fun little puzzle. Which is also the whole reason why we're still not done with this place yet. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and Treecks out. Later, folks.